I've been making money off this stock for weeks. Hey.
Foxtail from the deep.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Foxtail Digital coming to you again with Black Girl Stocks. And in this video, we're gonna go over how you can easily plan out your stock trades. So I know for beginners, it might seem weird planning out trades outside of the normal buy low, sell high method, but there's so many different ways that you can make money in any market. And it all starts with a plan. So you know what they say, fail to plan, plan to, well, you know the rest. Today, we are going to talk about how you can go about planning out your trading strategies. But first, if this is the first time you're watching this video, please make sure that you click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. Also, make sure that you subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video for you guys. So the way that we can go about this is simple. Pick a stock. It can be any stock that you choose. I'll wait. You got it? Okay, so you have your stock. There's a series of questions that you can go through while checking out your stocks to help you form a strategy that's gonna make you profit in any situation. So first, you'll find your stock trend, and then once you have an idea of the market direction, you can determine an entry and exit point, or even whether or not you wanna get into this trade at all. I wanna flip this into something kind of interesting. You guys know I like to, I like to make it a little fun. Picture this method like a flow chart or even a board game. Y'all remember playing Life, right? You remember playing Life. The stock market is just a game, and when you know the rules, your chances of winning increase. This will help you plan out your trades. So let's start from the top. Before you even start your trade, you'll want to know the trend that your stock is in. So the trend is your friend. Hey friend, trend is your friend. So is it going up, down, or sideways? The trend is a technical analysis tool used to identify the overall direction of a stock's price. A strategy I use a majority of the time is to trade in the same direction of the trend. But of course, you can also trade the opposing position and profit off of trend corrections or reversals. What's important in finding the trend line is the stock time frame that you're looking at. A lot of new traders will just pick whatever time frame looks good at that moment. It could be a minute chart, a 15-minute chart, a month, 1 year, or even 5 years. Keep in mind, a stock might be uptrending on your daily chart, but down on the weekly and monthly charts. So knowing where to start is critical. The rule of thumb is to start with the furthest time frame for the big picture, and then to move to a shorter time frame to gauge your entry and exit timing. You can compare stock time frames to the ocean with different overall masses. You have the tide, its waves, and ripples. Trade in the direction of the tide. Use the waves to plan your entry and exit points, and then completely ignore the ripples. So your tide is going to be the furthest time period out. That's going to be years and months. The waves are going to represent closer time periods, so that's months to weeks. And then the ripples represents the closest times, and that's going to be days, hours, and minutes. I know that seemed a little off topic, but it really wasn't, because time frames are one of the most important things that you can get into when it comes to your trade. So I know what I normally do is, especially if you guys are watching our lives, but normally we're doing the 4-hour 180-day chart, and that's really where I like to start because it gives me a bigger picture of what's actually going on, and it's easier to, one, find trends, support and resistant lines, and then also just to see where we're going. I'm a swing trader, so this method really works particularly well with swing trading, but also with day trading. It's just you're going to use charts that are closer in time frame. So if you're a day trader, you're going to be using day charts, minute charts, hour charts, seconds, all of those things. Getting back to the stock trends, so I actually have a video about finding stock trends. I'll make sure to leave the link to that video in the description below. But as I previously said, you can have a bullish uptrend, a bearish downtrend, or a sideways trend that's not really moving too much in either direction. So let's start with this. An uptrend is going to be easy to spot with an overall increase in the stock price and also higher swing highs and higher swing lows. So you're going to have higher highs and you're going to have higher lows. I think what I'm going to do is hold on. First, let me find an uptrending stock. So I want to use this stock as an example of an uptrending stock. This is the stock, actually I literally just made this stock, this is all after hours. It just kind of randomly jumped up, and yeah, I just made a random $500 off this stock, so it's kind of fresh on my mind right now. I want to use this one. They're talking about your skin is glowing. You want to know why? The stocks are going up. Drinking all this water, honey, I'm doing good. So we're looking at this stock. This is an uptrending stock. I just told you guys I just made some cute coins from this. I mean, it's looking good, and actually I just went ahead and sold out, so I'm anticipating it to drop off, and I'm just gonna buy some more because it's an uptrend. But the thing I want to focus on, hold on, let me so looking at this, you can see it's an uptrend, and the reason you know it's an uptrend, one is because you see that the stock is going up, but two, you're gonna have higher highs and higher lows. And when I say higher highs and higher lows, you see this red point right here, and then even looking down at the RSI, this is considered a low point. It dropped, and then it rose again. So this is a low, this is a high. This is another low, and this is another high. Another low, another high. But you see the lows and the highs are getting higher. So you have higher lows and higher highs. That's going to signal to you that you have a bullish trend. This is going up, and that's what I like on that. So this is an example of an uptrend with higher highs. Downtrends will have lower highs and lower lows. So let me see. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to be able to, I'm going to use this one for a downtrend. I know right now it's going up, but let's just go over here to where it was trending down. So you see here, just as the example as we saw for the uptrend, here this will be a high point, this is gonna be a low. This is another high, this is another low. Another high, another low, another high, another low. They're getting lower in price. This low is 25. This, well, okay, let's go this way. This low was 27. This low, 26. This low, 25. So the lows are getting lower, the highs are getting lower as well. So that's going to signal to you that you are in a downtrend. And of course, you have the sideways trend, and that's going to consist of price movement that stays pretty much the same. Okay, so this one I'm going to use for a side trend. So you can just look over here. It wasn't doing so much. Okay, it doesn't look like that when you zoom in. Okay, so just right here, this would be an example of a side trend. So this is over a few weeks, the price didn't go too much above the 21 and 24, so it didn't move too much between then. It didn't move that much. That would be something I would consider a sideways trend. So during that week or those weeks, I wouldn't expect to really do too much with this. I mean, of course you can penny trade and day trade and stuff like that, but I like to see stocks that have huge jumps, $10, $20 here and there. That's what I like to see. So even if the price is shooting up and down, if there's no consistent movement in a particular direction, then it'll just continue to trade sideways. You can highlight trends by connecting previous highs and low points. So let's go to Tesla. And so you see I already have a line here, and this just connected a few different points. Okay, so for this one, this is an uptrend, and you can connect a few different points. So I can start at this low, connect that, and connect that, boom. And it'll just kind of help you gauge your trend. So this one is gonna be a little bit thicker, but I mean, you see where I'm going here. You can connect price points, and that's going to help you gauge your trend. So to me, it really gives me math vibes. It gives me arithmetic, geometry, slopes. Like I said, the more connecting points that you have when you're using your trend lines, then that's going to indicate that the trend is stronger. Uptrends connect multiple higher lows, which create a support level. We're going to talk about that later. And downtrends are going to connect lower highs, and that's going to create a resistance level. That brings us to our next round of choices. So once you've determined your stock's trend, you'll have a few moves to make based on that particular trend. If you find yourself in a bullish trending market, meaning you have an uptrending stock with higher highs and higher lows, the first question that you can ask yourself is the stock price at a support point? So let's get into support and resistance before we go any further for those who are super unfamiliar or either need a quick refresher. Support and resistance can be looked at like a floor and a ceiling, with the stock prices, scrunched up in between. Support is a price level where buying power is strong enough to reverse a downtrend. So when stock prices are dropping, demand for that stock is going to increase because people are going to want to buy on the dip, and this is what creates your support lines. Resistance is a price level where selling is strong enough to reverse an uptrend. So the price is not going to go higher than whatever this point is. So when you do find zones of support or resistance, then these levels can be used to find potential entry and exit points. Let's go back and say, for educational purposes, that you pick a bullish uptrending stock, okay? The next thing that we're gonna check to see is if this stock price is currently at the support point. So scanning the stock from a further out time frame, it's uptrending. Is this currently at a support point? Is this stock currently in a temporary dip? If you answered yes and it is at a support point, buy that stock. Buy it right now. Just go on, buy it. You already know it's uptrending. You see that it's at a dip, it's hitting a support point. Child, it's just gonna keep going up. Stop playing with me. Now look, of course this is not an exact science, but this is why we like to find stock that we can get patterns from, and that do also have pretty high volume, because it's gonna keep the ball in motion. We want something that is actively moving. Now, if you answered no to that question and it's not currently at a support point, so let's say it's actually oversold right now. You can even use the RSI indicator for this too. But just say you're looking at your RSI indicator and the stock is currently overbought. Now may not be the best time to enter that uptrending stock. And so actually, okay, we're still looking over here. So yeah, I'm gonna use the stock that I just made. I'm gonna use the stock that I just made money on. So you see right here that this stock that I'm trading, it's an uptrending stock. It does have higher highs and higher lows, but I also see that it literally just hit this high point of 17. Drop down here, look at your RSI indicators, literally up here at the top. Might not be the best time to buy it because I'm just looking right up here, it just hit a high. So if I was to say, okay, is this currently at a support or a resistance? If there was one, I would say it's at a resistance. So it's probably about to drop. Just even look at the RSI way up here. So I would only assume that this is going to drop. So right now, would I want to buy this? No, because I just sold it. I just made $1,000 off of this stock. In after hours. So I'm gonna wait for it to drop. Hopefully it hits another support. Maybe it could drop all the way down here to 12. It could drop all the way down there and I will be there to pick it up. I've been making money off this stock for weeks. Hey, so that's pretty much all I have for that. So that was just talking about bullish trends. Now let's go into the bearish trend. Ooh, this is definitely downtrending. Okay, if you find yourself in a bearish trending market, meaning you have a downtrending stock with lower lows and lower highs, the first question that you can ask yourself is the stock price at a resistance point? So let's say, you were looking at this stock and you have some resistance points. So this is a downtrending stock and I see support point around 227. So looking at this, what I want to get into it right there, probably yes, even when you hit that low, because it's very close to a previous support, even though it did kind of break through kind of a long way. For the downtrending stock that continues to drop in price, if it does hit a point where there's a price correction and the stock hits a high point that's not going to surpass, for a long-term buy and hold, this strategy would be good, would be a good time to actually sell or exit your trade. Lastly, what if you're trading a stock with a sideways trend? Okay, so this one I'll use the sideways, but it looked like it kind of had a little breakthrough there. If you're trading a stock with a sideways trend that isn't making any significant sustained changes in price over a period of time, in this situation, it may be best to wait for a stock breakout. A breakout happens when the stock prices moves above a resistance point, or it moves below a support point. So breakouts that happen with higher volumes than normal also indicate a stronger move into that trend direction. So you can look at what the volume is at the current time right now and then check out the average volume, and if it's higher, then that may indicate that this is going to be a strong breakthrough, breakout, and we are about to get some coins. So there's several different causes for price breakouts, but the main reason is due to the support and resistance levels being placed by many traders where they have entry points and stop loss levels. So that's really what's going to take you to a breakthrough or breakout. I mean, yeah. So I mean, we pretty much went through that. It was very brief, very basic, but this is just one way that you can plan out your trades. Once you find the trend, you're either going to have a stock that's going up, that's going down, or that's going sideways. So if the stock is going up, check to see if it's is it at a support point or is it at a resistance. If it's at a resistance point, you don't want to get into it. But if it is at that support, this is going to be a good time to buy low, to sell high, baby. And then the same thing will go for bearish. So if the stock is going down, I don't think I want to be in this anymore. Okay. So if it's going down, did it hit a resistance point? And that's one way that you can get in and get out quick. If you have a stock that's downtrending, you can buy in, wait for it to go up and hit that resistance point while it corrects, and then it's going to continue on its downtrend. So if you do have a stock that is downtrending, wait for it to hit a resistance point and then go ahead and sell. Or if you were short selling, that's something that you can do. So yeah, I mean, pretty much that's it. I know that was short, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. If you found any value in this video, please make sure you click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. Yeah. Also, make sure that you subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video for you guys. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. All right. Yeah.